Okay, so how do you determine the size of the market? Well, in many situations, this information is readily published out there, especially when you're entering into a field or area of competition where you have competitors who are publicly traded companies, in which case you'll have lots of analyst reports that identify their target markets, et cetera, and then and it will also identify their percentage of the applicable market and identify the total market size, so you can understand from there. But if you're generally trying to calculate, there are a number of ways. Say, for example, you've identified several target markets. You can make estimates about how many of those individuals with those demographic characteristics that you're trying to target live or are located in a given area, the geographic area that you're hoping to serve. Of course, that expands if you're not a local service provider, et cetera. If you, say, have a product that you're selling across the United States, then you're looking at the broader market totally. So again, you're looking to identify the number of individuals in each demographic class. Now, because you probably can't find data readily that breaks down cross characteristic numbers, you have to go with the primary characteristic of a given target segment and add those up to determine how many individuals exist within that target market. Other ways will be to use the comparable market of your, like we started out talking about, the comparable market of the competitors that are already in the field. And you can use a top-down approach where you simply get that information, the sales numbers, et cetera, from your competitors, add up those competitors, and determine that the market size is this much based upon their dominance, the percentage that they have, and then their total number of sales. Otherwise, you could do a bottoms-up approach, and you could look towards total number of sales based on the information, say, you got from third parties, suppliers, et cetera, that surround, and then build your way up to determine how many potential customers are in the market. Because you're generally looking for two things: total number of customers, because that's relevant for how many individuals you can serve, and then the total dollar value of transactions currently in the market. Understanding that helps you understand how much money is spent in that area in a given year. Now, with introducing a new product, new service in a different way, or differentiated, or at a different price point, can obviously change the dollar value of transactions. So that's where the total number of individuals or entities in a given customer segment is important, because at a given price point you can determine how many of those you could potentially serve. And then from there, you'll make estimations about your ability to capture a certain percentage of a given market or the overall market within a certain period of time. While these projections are not ironclad or anything, they do give you an idea of what the potential for your given market is. So again, that's the importance of understanding the overall market size and the general methods for approaching that.